Hey, good morning everybody. Brannon Beliso here. Today's entry, I'm going to tell you straight up. I have 912 active students between two locations. Each location is about 3,700 square feet. So we have 912 active students, and my website is awful. Did you hear me? My website is awful. How is it possible to have 912 students and your website is awful? My second location's been open 22 months. We have 362 active students. Did you get that? Open 22 months, 362 active students. And my website is awful. It is awful. Now, I've spent the better part of a year and a half studying web design, studying copy, writing copy, studying coding, studying the whole psychology of how to build a website, how a sales website should be built, how to create a content-driven website that isn't salesy, but still gets them to sign up for an online trial or at least give you their email information so you can put them into an effective email flow or a drip system. I've spent the better part of it because you know what I believe? There is no amount of instant gratification that a marketing company, a consulting company, that anybody can possibly sell me that will equate to the profit of learning. So I'm going to challenge all of us today that we need to go out there and learn. In our industry alone, there are so many marketing, Facebook, website guru companies there. Because you can simply go on, and I can do that right now. I can start a website company, get a bunch of WordPress templates, plug a bunch of stuff in there, and call it a website and sell it to you. And a lot of that goes on in our industry. People look at it as an additional revenue stream. I get that, right? Diversify, right? Have a bunch of different revenue streams. I get that. But I think it's really important. Number one, you have to love making websites. I don't want to do that. It's okay. I'm going to turn it over to the experts. I don't have time for that. I'm busy teaching. So what you're basically saying to me is you don't have time to be successful. Because I understand that the key to success is investing into my learning. So spending that time, as painstaking as it's been, reading a bunch of stuff that I didn't really care to read in the beginning, I am learning how to write effective copy. I am learning the elements of producing a website that communicates my value, a website that's transparent and builds trust, because trust is the foundation of any great relationship. I am learning those things, so I'm happy. So I'm still puzzled by the fact that I have 912 active students, right? The new location, 22 months, 362 students, and my website sucks. Go to onemartialarts.com and you'll see it. My website's awful. You'll see a couple of cool landing pages. Look at my kickboxing page, for instance. That's the direction we're heading in, of building these landing pages. Because I really believe if I'm looking for kickboxing, I don't need to go to your homepage and see you do birthday parties, da-da-da-da-da. All I need is direct content about kickboxing, right? And learning what goes above the fold. You open up your cell phone, we're 60, I think it's like, God, some crazy number, like 60, 70% of the searches now are done on a phone. So if I open up my cell phone to your website, what I see above the fold, right, what I'm going to see right there in front of me, smack on my screen, the first thing, I've got 8 seconds to captivate you. And if I put at the top of that, and I saw this from one guy and I agree with him, hi, this is so-and-so instructor from ABC Martial Arts. Oh my God, that does not serve me at all. Say I'm somebody for kickboxing. What do I need to hear? What do I need to hear? Maybe feel great and get in the best shape of your lives. Maybe a compelling testimony. I lost 50 pounds in 30 days with Joe's Kickboxing by Anna Smith. Whatever. That top part, I agree with that. I watched that one video today and I found that very compelling. I believe that to be true. You have to make sure. So, and the thing is, what I'm learning, because studying websites for the past year, the website we designed a year ago, it's obsolete already. It's freaking obsolete. So if you're working with a company or you have a website that's not being updated on a regular basis, oh my God, you better review that. If you have a website that hasn't been updated in the past year or 2 years, you better go back to the company that's handing you in question, what's up? What's up with that? You feel me? So how is it that I have 912 active students and my website sucks. I'll say it again, my website sucks. How is that? Because I understand my demographic. We know if you're a brick and mortar store like me, you're going to get most of your business in a 3 to 5 mile radius. I get that. 3 to 5 mile radius. So I'm concentrating my marketing in that 3 to 5 mile radius. I'm at every fair. I'm at every event. We had a tree lighting ceremony in front of City Hall, and we had donated money to that. You know, it's all that type of thing. But I recognize my demographic, where they eat, where they hang out, where they breathe, where they take their kids, what parks they hang out in. I understand that really, really well. And we produce events, we produce these different things to promote our brand, to be transparent, to create that trust. Now, don't get me wrong. I was talking to my buddy who owns a company where people are paying them up to like $500,000 for a website. $500,000 to design me a website. Is that insane? But you know, if you're Sony, right, you're Hitachi, you're these big boys, hey, you put down that kind of money. You get it, right? I get that. So don't get me wrong, because we have a new amazing website being designed that we're going to launch and put out that I think, number one, is values-based. Number two, is transparent. Number three, it communicates our brand and our culture really, really well. Number four, it gets them to convert, right? We at least capture the email. We're going to at least get them to sign up for a trial. And they're going to be good leads. That's the other thing I'm after. I'm after good leads. That's why you'll never see me post a Facebook ad that says, $1 for my martial arts. No way. My martial arts is worth a lot more than that. My culture is worth a lot more than that. And if I'm going to sell you my martial arts for $1, to me, that's smoke and mirrors. That's an illusion. I can probably do 60, 70 leads at $1, or do that in a couple of days. But are those quality leads? Can they afford you after that? Can they afford your regular tuition price after that $1? Be mindful of that. See, that's the gym mentality, right? Get them in cheap. Planet Fitness, $10 a month. My gym holds 1,000 people. I'm going to sell 10,000 memberships and hope you never show up. Because it's $10 a month. You don't say anything. It's on my credit card. Who cares? I have a gym membership. I only pay like $20 a month. I don't go all the time because I'm in my school training, right? But I keep it anyways because it's so freaking cheap. When does it launch, Robert? We're shooting for the first of the year. It's done. The framework's done. Everything's done. The call to action on the bottom, the compelling headline on the top, the story in the middle, the benefits. I get that, right? All right, do you see that picture? Boom, above the fold. 8 seconds, compelling headline, maybe a real cool video they can watch. Click here, watch this video. Boom, then you talk about their challenge or their problem or because you have to identify that. You're right. Maybe the challenge is their kid needs confidence. Maybe it is I need to lose weight. Hey, we all want to be in the best shape of our life and healthy so I can walk my daughter down the aisle, and we believe one of the best solutions is martial arts. And at our martial arts, we give you these benefits. Testimonial. Don't call them testimonials. Call them reviews. Review. Boom, call to action. I get that. We're at that point. But what I'm really, really honing in on is writing content that conveys honestly, transparently, the why of our business, the why you should want to come do our kickboxing program, the why of why you should do our kids karate. That's important. I don't want to use the same regurgitated ripoff from 24-Hour Fitness or anybody else. So that's what I shared the other day. You are the architect of your business. You need to communicate that why, because you're the one that first opened that school. You're the one that created that culture. You're the one that created that tribe. I want to know why I'm coming to your school. And it's not because me, Joe Karate's been doing this for 50 years. Look at me. I'm an 8th-degree black belt. No. It's taking the philosophy of your why. It's cultivating why that person, that student's been with you 20 years, communicating that why. Because all of that is interwoven into you, right? You don't need to put your name and that you're an 8th-degree black belt. Nobody cares. Especially if you're not teaching the classes. Don't do that. Right? Don't do that. So that's why I'm today, and I'm just baffled because I'm watching all these different videos. I'm seeing all this different content, all these different companies selling websites now. Everybody sells websites. Everybody, right? If it's so darn important, how can I have 912 students and I have a crappy website? How is that? Because I understand 3 to 5 mile radius, right? Work the demographics, just work those 3 to 5 mile radiuses. Every elementary school, every, preschool, you want to get there because they're going to be elementary, whatever that takes. Get into all these different community events. Donate back to those schools. Get into them. Hold events in your school. Get them into your school. Promote that culture. All of that is relevant. All of it. And the second location has really, really, really taught me that. Don't get me wrong. Look at our Google's business page. We rank #1. We have 5 stars. I have Facebooks. We do Yelp. We do Sweat Angels. So don't get me wrong. Look at my social media. Personally, look how actively I post. Look at our One Martial Arts Millbury, One Martial Arts San Francisco Facebook pages. Content, content, content. We get it. So don't get me wrong on that. I'm just, again, challenging how important is your website if the rest of your business sucks, if your classes sucks, if your environment sucks, if your team's not trained well, if you don't have a why, if you don't promote that brand effectively, responsibly, and transparently. How important is that website? You want to put a bad restaurant out of business? Give them great marketing. So if those other things aren't happening in your school and you've got this really great website, there's an even a bigger disconnect, right? I'm going to walk into your school and go, hey, where's that, temple I saw behind here like the Matrix? It's not in your school. And where's that good-looking chick with the 6-pack abs in the Photoshop picture? Does she teach here? Right? You've got to write next to your instructor's description. What? So there's a huge disconnect there. So make sure, even if you guys actively with your websites, that it's up to par. Use your photos. It builds trust. Stock photos, I think, don't help trust. It takes away trust. Because if I see that stock photo at this site, and I see it at 4 or 5 different martial arts schools, especially if you have the same landing page, that makes me nuts. When I go look at a martial arts page at 4 or 5 different websites, and they all have the exact same layout, colors, everything, that makes me nuts, because then I can't differentiate between anybody. You have the exact same landing page as somebody else that's doing adult martial arts or kids martial arts or kickboxing or birthdays or whatever. I go to that page and I could look at 4 different websites. I could pull them up right now and they all have the same landing page, other than the name is different. Joe's Karate School, Susie's Karate School. Other than that, it's exactly the same. So I, as a consumer, what do I base my buying decision upon? Who's closer to me and who's cheaper? That's it. Because I have nothing to differentiate you. You need to stand out from the crowd. You need to have that niche. You need to be that. Go check out Dean Wilkerson. He's one of my clients, and he added 250 students in less than 9 months. It's because he understood his why. He got his head in the game. Everything he posts centers around his why. Check him out. He's doing really, really well with his social media. It's relevant content. I do agree. If I have crappy content, I make 1 post a day, that's horrible. I suck. It's only going to drive people away. I have great content. You could probably post as much as you want. I agree with that. Cool? Hey, this is, what? Do you incentivize for bringing in friends? We aren't. Yeah, I mean, you can. You could do a 2-for-1. You bring in a friend. You get a free t-shirt, you bring in a friend, we put your name in a pot, we're going to draw for a 3-month membership. I would do something like that. If you do a membership drive in January, Hester, maybe from January through February 15th, everybody who brings in a friend, boom, we're going to throw your name into the pot, boom. After those 6 weeks on February 15th, we're going to give out $500 in cash. Yeah, you can incentivize about that. But really what's amazing, if you read the book Tribes, if you create these raving fans, they think they're happy to bring in friends. It's almost like they're paying you back because they just love you so much. They love your school so much. They love the culture so much. They are happy to refer you. So you know what goes a lot further? A genuine thank you, a postcard, a card with a Starbucks $20. If they like lattes at Starbucks, you give them a Starbucks card and you say, hey, thank you so much for referring those people. I think it's amazing. See, that's more personal. It's not how expensive you reward them. It's how thoughtfully you reward them. And if you know your clients, you know them inside and out, you know where they live, eat, breathe, drink, you could give them something that's more heartfelt. Does that make sense? Like, say I have a client referring lots of people, they love Charlie Brown. I get a little Charlie Brown card and I say thank you in it, and then I put in 2 tickets to the Charlie Brown Museum. That has a lot more legs than if I simply, put their name into a raffle pot for $300 at the end of 6 weeks. You feel me? All right, so what else we got? Yeah, you don't want to disrespect their sincerity. And sometimes we can absolutely do that, Hester. Or commercialize their genuine gratitude. Yeah, that's a great way to look at that, Hester. I like that. We don't want to disrespect their sincerity or commercialize their genuine gratitude. That's powerful. Commercializing their genuine gratitude. They genuinely love your school. They love your culture. They're a raving fan. And then you cheapen it by simply rewarding them monetarily. I get it. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, man, this is Brannon Beliso. Ladies, gentlemen, I just want to lay that on you. Think about that. 912 students, active students, and my website is awful. Until we talk again, go to brannonbeliso.com. And until we talk again, you go out there and live your best life.